They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Nittany Lions will put total leather to crank us up. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's the heat. He's going to take off. Ball's out. And he coughed it up, and good thing he got it back himself. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll do it himself. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. Throws for the tight end. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Man, this tight end, he's a weapon. We've seen it, right? He can get downfield. He can make plays vertically in the passing game. So this defense was aware of that. Nice job in coverage swatting that one away.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Seminoles are rolling down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
Fires to the right. He's got it. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks and was dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Flushed out of the pocket. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
I love the attitude on defense. There's nobody moping around feeling sorry for themselves. The offense has the ball deep in their own end. Step up and make a play. 2nd down, 3rd down, they generate sacks. Nice job.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A long way to go on 4th and goal. They'll go to the air. Into the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass, it's Allard. Rushes on him. Pulls it in, it's Singleton. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got the quick pass. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. Drew Allard feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Allard still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Colton Ecke, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it. It's Singleton. Not enough space. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. The Nittany Lions line it up with a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a score. absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And the returner goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Castellanos. Now improvising. Look out, he's got room. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
The Noles can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. On the move, he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Turning it on. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Trying to find the end zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Here we go on fourth and goal, ground to cover. Snaps it in the shotgun. Here comes the heat.
Play calls, everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive, they take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it on the sideline. Right down the gut of the field. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Just enough time for one final play of the half. These corners backing off a bit. They'll try the run. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Sales one into the middle. Makes a grab deep. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll open the second half with a run. Space.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to throw, it's Aller. Fires to the big fella. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Well, that was pretty easy for the quarterback, right? You just need a few yards to pick up that first, so you find the tight end, put it on his body, let him go do the work, and keep the drive alive.
Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Smith takes the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Reynolds. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. They go to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Got his man. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Dances away to buy time. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
On the run, still looking. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. This time he's got his man.
I'm just getting the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Catch in the middle, it's Pittman. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Pittman.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Makes the grab, it's White. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Wants to throw it. Bring in the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna let it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter. And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give as they work on that clock. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Nittany Lions need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quick completion on the out. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Gets away from one, finds room. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the 1st down. The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the tailback. Breaks the tackle. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.